I guess it was like something from my childhood that I always have loved nature. And in fact, I wanted to study physics because it was like my passion when I was in the bachelor and the high school. But then I remember my sister telling, "Oh, but you like nature very much? Why you don't like study something that combine physics and mathematics that you like, but also with nature?" And yeah, I say, okay, that's a good idea, and I don't regret because I really like the forestry world and everything that is related to that. I work with microbes that produces disease to trees. And inside the pathology, I have specialized in fungi. So I work both with pathogens, so fungi that can produce disease to trees, but also I work with endophytes that are like beneficial fungi for the trees, that they confer some protection to trees, and they interact with pathogens in a way that we are trying to find out exactly how they manage to protect the trees from these attacks. I'm trying to find indicators of forest health that are related to some microorganisms. So we are trying to describe first if mixing species is good or bad for the forest in terms of what microbes lives inside the tree. And we know that the composition of the community sometimes changes with the tree species that are around, and also it changes with the forest management. So we have already sampled all the trees, and now we are analyzing the data. But there is not that much research on what happened inside the trunk. And we know that it's important for the tree to grow because this fungi maintains like a symbiotic relationship that can change. So I think it's very important because it's, to my knowledge, like to the first really time that we are trying to find out what's happened inside the tree with the forest management practices. The main challenges for this task is like to really identify which endophytes are protecting the trees, because they are very flexible, and sometimes the good ones, the ones that are living in a symbiotic relationship, they can change because some are opportunistic and they can change into a pathogenic style. So sometimes it's very tricky to find out what are the functions of the fungi that are inside.